Here's a very special morning it is. It's a wonderful Wednesday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Bradley Gilbert. Good morning, Bradley.
Good morning, Becky.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Education Wednesday. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got some seniors in here with us, a different kind of group of seniors.
Senator Seniors.
Seniors. We have our own, actually, Soup is with us in the house, Superintendent from West Washington, Keith Nance. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning. How are you, Becky?
Fantastic. And wow, we're getting towards the end, right?
Yeah, no, this is an exciting time of year, especially for the class of 2022. But just wanted to bring some kids along, and senioritis hasn't affected them too much. They're here bright and early, so just wanted to highlight a few things that the class has accomplished, but then also bring in a couple of students to share their experiences and what their plans are.
All right, awesome. Well, we're going to be meeting some of the coolest cats around and some of our wonderful seniors today. But Brad, let's thank our sponsors first.
All right, we've got Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Celebrity Home Loans LLC, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Lee Wealth Management.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors, very great sponsors. All right, today is the 11th day of May. This is Donate a Day of Wages to Charity Day. This is Eat What You Want Day. So we want to meet you guys too. We have Maxine DeWeese, Clayton Holloway, and is it
Julius and Mary Jane.
Oh, Mary Jane. I'm so sorry. Put those glasses on, Mary Jane. I'm so sorry, Mary Jane. I'm so sorry. All right. So if you could eat what you want, Bradley, what would you have
Today?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know. You're gonna have to come back.
All right, Mary Jane.
I think I would go for some tacos.
Ooh, love that. What's that?
This early in the morning, probably biscuits and gravy.
Oh man. Yeah. All right.
If I could eat anything I wanted?
Yeah. What did Julia?
Oh, chicken bacon ranch pizza every day of the week.
Did he? Bacon,
ranch
oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
Mine would be cheesecake. The only cake that matters. And there could be an argument made it's not even cake, but it's still the most delicious cake.
Oh, is it not? Yeah. I'm with you on that.
And it's not very good for you, so you can only have it occasionally.
I know.
Makes it even better.
I know. Yeah. What about you, Bradley?
Yeah. There's a restaurant that has the best blueberry pancakes ever.
Oh. You know what?
I'm
with every one of you guys.
Restaurant it is? I mean, is it a hidden secret? No, it's in Jeffersonville, Clarksville, First Watch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. They have the best pancakes.
Is it all you can eat?
No, but they're huge and they are the best pancakes, and you can get blueberry, banana. I recommend that.
We always go to food. It
I know.
always ends up food.
Yeah.
I was thinking pizza too. I'm with you on that. But then tacos sound awful good, and then cheesecake sound awful good, and then biscuits and gravy, hello, and then pancakes.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. Whatever's in front of me. Okay, let's just perfect.
Smorgasbord.
I can be swayed anyway. All right.
Yeah, I had to comment on your intro because it was very disc jockey-esque when you said that all the cool cats are here.
Yeah.
I flashback to watching WKRP when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh!
Who is that?
Wow.
Who is that over
Who
there?
is that? Yes. Oh, I used to have a big spiel. You don't even know my spiel.
Oh,
I had to let that go. I had
Yeah.
to shake that off because of my.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Years ago, you.
Or the Tiger King thing, cool cats and kittens.
Oh my gosh, no. I like the first a lot better. Yeah. All right. This is also Hostess Cupcake Day. Wish we would have brought some cupcakes in.
Yeah, me too.
I know. International Receptionist Day. They are the ones that take a lot of the receptionists at this school. I'm sure, you know what I mean? It's the front runners there.
Yeah, they're the first year.
Yeah.
First line of defense, as we say sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you on that. First line of defense, yeah.
National Root Canal Appreciation Day.
Why would...
I don't know.
All right.
National Third Shift Workers Day. Hats off to all those third shift workers.
Hey, and hats off to our overnight folks last night, the power failure. I do want to give a shout out to Kenny and the crew.
We are going to talk about that.
That
too.
is amazing. So every day should be appreciated overnight.
Right. So I kind of want to without power. Did you? How did anybody go?
I don't think we lost power last night.
Okay. Well, a lot of Clarksville and a lot of Salem did, and they couldn't find where it was actually at, where the outage was. So they found it, and I put it up on Facebook. I can't remember. It was a something fell on one of the transmitters. But anyway, so majority of the customers got their power back at 2 a.m. They were thinking around 12, but it took a little longer. Which you're dealing with electricity, so we have to.
Yeah.
I mean, these are human lives
Yeah.
that are out there.
Let's
Give them
be
the
kind and gracious
absolutely.
about
You
that.
talk about third shift workers.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
So anyway, so then, but they for sure everyone had power back by 4 a.m. So and that's not too bad. Just keep your refrigerator, freezers closed. At 2 a.m. you shouldn't be in your refrigerator.
You
Waking
shouldn't
up
be.
for a snack.
Unless you're a
Shouldn't be.
senior.
Shouldn't be.
Senior in high school, yeah.
He's like, well,
Let's check out what we got.
since all that's going to go bad, I
That's
might as
right,
well
I know.
roll in there. Yeah.
My dad was a lineman for Duke Energy for 35 years.
What
And,
the heck off to him? Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I could definitely tell you some stories about how they're not third shift workers; they work day shift, and then they rotate who's on call.
Yeah.
And so you're taking that phone call at midnight and trying to go find the problem, fix the problem, and it's really just a handful of guys that typically work on the call shift for that week.
Yeah.
And many times he was out late at night or traveling to help other communities. A lot of our utility workers here will go when there's a major tornado or ice storm up north or hurricane down south, and they're kind of in line with some of those frontline workers that have to get out and make sure we all have the comforts that we get to have at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sometimes we complain about the electricity's out for 2 hours, but the work that's going on during those 2 hours, sometimes we forget there's people out there putting themselves at risk, but also trying to get things fixed for us to enjoy the lives that we were able to have.
And it was nice enough last night. You could open the windows and get some
Yeah.
fresh air.
Yeah.
But every time I think of a power outage and they say they're trying to find it, I always think of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he can't figure out why the lights won't come on. They keep turning off. But I see out there somewhere in the country a squirrel out there turning stuff off, and I'm laughing and stuff. I mean, that's
Probably
just,
at your house.
I know
It's
that's
Brutus.
a terrible.
Brutus
It's
doing
right,
that.
Brutus. It
Brutus
probably
doing
is. But I don't know why. But every time they say they're trying to find out what the problem is, I think of that movie for some reason.
Well, and I am so glad, and I love that your dad. I did not know that. That's a little fun fact that I learned, and I love that because I tell you what, I always think of when they go up in that bucket. When you see somebody in that bucket, how dangerous. I mean, and I always pray for them because I don't even know who you are, but I can't imagine. And then the guys you're talking electricity, and of course in broadcasting, what I do, you learn to respect what your equipment and what you're doing. And these are at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning, and it's pitch dark for these guys, and they have like a light on their on their hat or something. But I mean, I completely give the utmost respect to them, and I completely say hats off to them. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, we got some wonderful people in our
We do.
community that Duke Energy, I think, provides here in Salem.
Uh-huh.
And then out in our community, we have Orange County RAMC and Jackson County RAMC, and those guys do excellent work. And now they're trying to provide the utility of internet.
Yeah.
So they're out there working to put fiber on our lines and provide high-speed internet to our homes as well.
Won't that be
And so
great?
definitely
Yeah.
appreciate them.
Yeah, won't that be a
right
wonderful
now,
That's
corporation?
exciting. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, we're getting to where our coverage out in our community is really, really good.
And it's amazing, like when you go to big cities, they don't understand the struggle of trying to make sure that we do have the internet service and what we've had to do, whether you have to park a bus and put a hot spot somewhere or do it, or try to get something, especially whenever we were all virtual, it's a little degree of difficulty. You have to be very, very creative, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So anyway, so I do want to say that. So hats off to them and getting us back on. We have electricity. Also, National Twilight Zone Day. Imagine a place. Imagine a world.
That's one of my favorite rides at Disney World.
Oh, the
Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Giddy up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Also, National World FM Day. Hats off to our FM. Of course, we have to give a lot of respect to our AM, which was first.
The pioneers.
Yeah, but our FM, yes, hats off to our FM. And anyway, so wonderful day. So, all right, let's jump right in and let's find out what's going on here. And Keith, we are so glad to have you come in and Education Wednesday. We appreciate you coming in and bringing our beautiful seniors. Let's let them introduce themselves.
I'm Jane.
My name's Clayton Holloway. I'm Julius.
All right.
And it's been a long time since I was a senior, but I'm Pete.
but in my mom's eyes, I'm always right.
Yeah, still a kid.
Yeah, that's
Still a
exactly
kid.
right. So, what's happening? What are we doing right now? Where are we at senior days? What are we 10, 11 days away, or what?
Yeah,
are
our
we
graduation is next Friday, and our last day of school is May the 18th. But for these guys, they're taking the finals this week, and Monday they'll have graduation practice in the morning, and then the next 2 days they are job shadowing as a part of their end of their senior year. So they are really close to the end here. Today's Wednesday. Their last real class time is going to be on Friday, so the days are really numbered. It's pretty wild. And so I just wanted to talk about the class of 22 as a whole, but then bring a sample of some of our wonderful students and try to bring a wide array of individuals as well. We've been highlighting a lot of kids on our website. We do like spotlights, and there's some pretty in-depth spotlights of students. And for the first time in a long time, we have the Washington County Lilly Scholar out at West Washington. It's Mason Guthrie.
Oh, awesome!
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations!
Awesome.
That's
We have Wade Elliott, who got a special scholarship, and it's for a doctorate of medicine degree. And so he's going to have a full-ride scholarship down at IUS. Right here with us, Julius Woosley. He is going to go into the Army, but has special admittance into a program of training, which I'll let him speak about a little more because I only know the scratch of the surface. But it's in operating and flying drones, and that's a very difficult program to get into nationwide. So, and then Charlie Williams, the Purdue Honors Scholarship admission. We have 2 students that have received their CDLA certifications, and 2 more that are going to have them in the next week.
Love that.
Clayton is actually taking his test today, so to get him to come in this morning, I was like, this will help you kind of take your mind off of it. So
we're going to send you vibes your way. You're going to do wonderful.
Yeah, he'll be down in Sellersburg just in about 4 hours taking that.
Gravy for this.
I witnessed him do his walk around and witnessed him parking and doing some things, driving the tractor trailer, and I don't have any doubt he's going to do just fine. So,
that's great.
Now, can you back a trailer?
Yeah.
That's
part of the job.
Is it? That separates the boys from
They won't let you have that license without being able to do that.
Love that.
And then parallel parking. That's difficult.
That's the tough part, yeah.
And we still have, a lot of our kids accomplishing a lot of things. 57 seniors. This is not a large class, but a very impactful class, and a class that's done a lot of great things in their time while at West Washington. We have 7 kids planning to go to a 2-year college. We have 18 of them planning to go to a 4-year college. 3 of them going to vocational trade school. We got 1 going to military. 12 of those going directly into jobs they've already secured.
That's a blessing. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then you have a handful that are undecided, and a couple that are planning to intern with some people to kind of get their footing and decide what direction they want to go. So everyone is kind of geared up to start the next chapter of their life, and it's really exciting. It's kind of scary too, and it's sometimes that everyone's telling you how exciting it is. If I do look back to that, oh gosh, I think it's going on like 20-something years now.
A few years ago.
And I remember being like excited but a little scared too, because it is big. You're taking a big step, but these guys have done an excellent job preparing themselves, and there's some good people at school that have also had some impact to help prepare them for their future. So I think they're going to do amazing. So again, the people we brought along with us would like to take some time to highlight them and talk about what their plans are and what their experience was at West Washington.
Absolutely. Mary Jane, let's start with you, but I want you to make sure you get in that microphone, because I just need you to yell at us, okay? Okay. Just get right in there and yell at us. So tell us about yourself and everything.
Well, in school right now, I'm doing student council, and I'm a yearbook editor. And then after high school, I'm planning to go to a 4-year college at the Savannah College of Art and Design.
So what's your ultimate?
Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
All right, I got someone to visit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
beautiful down there.
Yeah. So, how did you chose, or and what's your end game? What you would like to do this year?
I want to be a photographer,
Okay.
and then in college I'm gonna mind graphic design because I took graphic design for 4 years.
Oh, wonderful! That's great.
One of Mr. Wolf's shining students over there.
How proud! Yeah, this is
They
awesome.
do amazing work in there. I don't know if you were a part of it, but our class and the graphic design group in there did help design the Washington County Chamber of Commerce logo that they use currently. So
Did an amazing job with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
so if Walmart's looking for a new logo, we could probably make one of those.
I think the spark is here to stay for a while, but yeah.
So, have you gone all 12 years to West Washington?
No, I've only went to West Washington my high school.
Oh, awesome. So, I think, what do you go to miss? I guess high school.
I would have to just like seeing everybody. Our class was small, so you get to know everybody really well.
Yeah.
And going to Georgia, it's pretty far away.
Yeah.
So just like seeing everybody. And
Then why did you pick Georgia?
I don't know. I've got accepted to pretty much every college I applied to. I had a choice, but I just think
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I just think that Georgia, it just looks so pretty, and their program down there too is just really awesome. The school in general.
A little bit warmer down there too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Could have persuaded you a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
a little.
So we're going to do a road trip and come and visit you, okay, when it starts getting cold, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Georgia's become pretty big in art media.
Yeah.
It's like second Hollywood in Atlanta down there.
Yeah.
That's where they do a lot of the work on the DC movies.
Yeah.
And Marvel movies. And they film a lot of things down there. And it's become kind of like an art epicenter of the South.
Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Well, and that's a big step. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess everyone was proud of you making that decision, and
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, yeah, that's a good place to visit. Yeah, sure, we'll
Oh,
go
yeah.
there. Go
Yes,
there.
they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always like a warmer destination to go
Yeah.
visit instead of colder.
Either close to home. Don't go to Montana.
No.
You know, I don't want you going to Montana University. I want you close to home or somewhere beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
Don't go to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah. I love that. Well, congratulations. So this is awesome. So you graduated and you start right in, or stay around for the summer?
I'm gonna stay around for the summer, and then in August we're down there.
Okay, wow. That's exciting. Yeah. And what are your funnest, I guess, memories of school?
Oh boy.
Prom, I mean.
Oh yeah, that both years, and that was definitely really fun. Yeah, I think I also would go with prom. That's just an experience in general. I think everybody should like go to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So one question I wanted to ask is because I think it's important for teachers to hear, and I don't think enough of us tell them. We had teacher appreciation last week. It kind of went all out. Ms. Gerges, Mr. Rosenbaum went all out for our teachers. But sometimes that feedback from kids, I was talking to some kids the other day, and they were telling me how much this person made an impact on them. I said, that is really amazing to hear, but you know who would love to hear that more? That person. And so if you could go down there and just, I mean, it seems awkward to go give someone this big compliment, but what it does for that individual is so huge. So if you were to pick one or two or a couple of teachers that you really feel like had a big impact on you the last 4 years, who would you say?
I would have Miss Stahl and Mr. Harkness because they just set this great environment in their classrooms, and they actually engage with you and let you learn how you need to properly succeed in their class.
I love that.
Yeah.
We got a couple stars out there, and there are definitely a couple of them. It's not uncommon to hear Miss Stahl and Mr. Harkness's name. Excellent teachers, sure.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's pretty awesome. I think it's really bright. Yeah. All right. And then we got Clayton.
Yeah, so after high school, I plan on.
Microphone. Clayton, yeah, let's get the microphone. Clayton, there you go.
So after high school, I plan on getting, currently today I'll be trying to get my CDL Class A.
You're going to get it. We're going to get into the universe.
Yes.
Okay, after you get your CD
Okay,
license.
so after I get it today, we will. I'll be looking at around the area so I can be home every night. But I'm hoping to truck for them.
Oh.
I'm the owner of Orange County Concrete.
Uh-huh.
So I think I have a pretty good opportunity and chance to get on there and drive for him. And it's, you know, it's a really great opportunity for me, and I hope it really troubles my life.
Oh, you're going to do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you say you kind of want to be home.
Yeah.
But maybe you are young. You might get to do some. You know, you have options. You know, to see. Have you seen some of those rigs though? How nice they are.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I mean, what? Why? What's wrong with you?
Of course I have, Meg.
I'm going to say they're really dope. I mean, where's my words? Where am I? Who's this?
I don't know.
I was out late last night, and I don't know what's going on with me.
70s cold.
Something's yes.
So,
And
so how many years have you been in the program?
I haven't been in the CDL program very long, actually. I only got in this semester, and before that, I couldn't even drive a normal manual transmission. So I've really, it's really got me a long ways.
So can you talk about that program a little bit for those?
So the CDL program, you're not able to take it until you're a senior, and the first semester is more like a theory of driving, and so you learn about the manual, you learn about laws and regulations, and then the second semester is more in the cab, behind the wheel, and we're fortunate to have two people helping with that program. One of them is full-time at West Washington, that's Mr. Chastain, and then we have Tim Golden, who works for Lost River Career Cooperative, and he has been an over-the-road trucker for nearly all of his life, and now he's retired to come and instruct. And he instructs for us and a couple other schools, but he really is able to put the kids through the ringer when it comes to preparing for the test, and he does an excellent job. And I know a lot of the kids credit him for preparing them for the test portion of the you know, that day when you had to go down there and go through the run through the ringer, so to speak. And he does an excellent job. We're so fortunate to have him. But it's a program that we've had in place for, I think this is the third year. And this is the first year that we've had students actually receive their CDLA prior to graduation. We've had a couple that we prepared and got ready, and then after in the summer they were able to go and take their test. But it's important too, you have to be 18 to be able to have your permit, and you have to be 18 then and have your permit for so long to be able to go and take your test. So that's why it's kind of limited by the age and the grade. But the other thing that's going to be hugely beneficial, you know, you can make a choice to, run for a business locally. But now at 18, you can go over state lines. That legislation just passed federally because of the shortage for drivers. And so, you know, long-haul trucking and over-the-road trucking, you can even significantly make even a greater living. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity, good livings to be had right here in our own community. There's also opportunities to make even more money if you're willing to take those big trips.
Yeah. So you get a couple of years experience, come talk to me. I work for this little company that has a distribution center, and you can be home every day, called Walmart. So yeah,
I think I've heard of that before.
and we're always looking for great drivers. You just have to have a couple of years experience, and so.
And the pay and benefits are excellent there at the distribution center.
the cab of the truck is just, or the semi, whatever you call it, I don't know. But anyway, it's just, it's fantastic. It's very sweet.
It's like you're flying a jet.
Exactly.
But it's just trust.
Yeah, absolutely. So look, really look at all the options. I mean, you could do that. You could be home, or if you did want to travel and see, you could do that. Or if you wanted to do like extra, like contracting out, I'm sure there'll be people that will have your name, like if they need something taken, or a driver sick or something. You really having that. I mean, you have a lot. That's very good. That's great. That's a great tool to have in your tool belt for sure in your career. I mean, that's going to be exciting.
Clayton played a big role in one of the projects we did recently. Our construction class and heavy equipment classes did this big scope of the concrete work at our baseball and softball field. And Clayton did a lot of work down there and got to see it from the start to the end. And also, you know, you have the concrete trucks coming in there, and you get a firsthand experience. And their skill is really pretty impressive because obviously you got to drive the truck with, I don't know how many tons of concrete in it, which is dangerous. You have to be extremely safe. But then when you get to the job site, the way they maneuver and control the boom and dropping the concrete and how that plays out for the people doing the work on the ground, it's really pretty impressive to watch them operate.
It does take a lot of skill, and I was very excited to get to see and learn how they do that. You know, it's not just they park and move the chute around. I mean, they have to be pulling forward, left, right the whole time that they're moving that chute, and while operating that, and I mean, it takes a lot of skill.
Definitely, for sure. Well, that's wonderful. This is going to be exciting to see. So, okay, what's been some of your favorite things as far as like your high school career? I mean, what have you enjoyed? I guess.
Uh, over my high school career, I really enjoyed football. For one, I know it's not really a school thing, but it is.
Well, absolutely.
And just the team we had and the coaches that we've had they've all been really great and kind, and I mean, we really are like one big family up there.
Oh, great football program for sure.
Yeah.
Have you spent all 12 years at West Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So let's do the question again about the teachers. What's some teachers that impacted your life?
The teacher, all of them really have had an impact on our lives, you know, but probably the three main ones right now would be Mr. Chastain, Mr. Tim Golden, and Mrs. Richardson. And they have all, Miss Richardson, she really helped me through English. I used to struggle with it, but now, you know, I've flown through it, done good, have all A's in that class, or close to it. Probably not all A's, but you know, we'll say that. We'll go with it. And, of course, Mr. Chastain, he's helped me get my CDL permit and had run and operate heavy equipment. So I really enjoyed that. And Mr. Tim Golden, he really helped me, you know, learn to drive the truck, the tractor, and it was really a great opportunity, and I really appreciate what they do for us.
Definitely. And to graduate with, I mean, you already can start your career.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? I mean,
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. And you have so many different directions and avenues you can go with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
And you know, one thing that we try to impress upon our kids is our definition of college at West Washington is any kind of training that is going to get you to a career. And so we talk about college and career preparation. You know, we work on both of those things. You know, we love the fact that Mary Jane's going to go down and live out her dream and go down to Savannah and go to a 4-year college. But it's also terrific to see someone who's going to take his education in West Washington and go straight to a career, and another individual is going to take his education in West Washington and and he'll talk about this a little bit, but his family,
are you telling?
Family background and his desire to go into the military and make that a successful career. So, you know, we're trying to meet the kids where they are and get them to where they want to be. You know, it can't be a one size fits all. If we went to all three of these different kids and said, oh, you're all going to go to the Army, or we said, oh, we're all going to send you to a 4-year college, you're setting some people up for failure. And the idea is to get them all to the place where they can take what we've helped them to do, because they had a huge role in it, but help them to do and become the successes that they want to be in the areas that they want to do it in. So
very good. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's awesome. And you brought three diverse. So let's meet Julius, right? And get into that microphone so we can hear you. And this is pretty awesome. So tell us a little about yourself and what your future holds for you.
My name is Julius, and I'm going to be going to the Army as a 15 Charlie drone pilot. So I'm going to be flying real big ones, which is going to be a lot of fun, I think. And I don't know, it's just been kind of something I wanted to do ever since I was a kid, just going in the military at least. And as I took engineering at West Washington, I kind of found that I really loved working on mechanical stuff. Not really quite 100% mechanical, but a little bit of electrical in there. And I found the drone programs and stuff and was able to be lucky enough to be in the spot to be offered that position. And I don't know, just kind of excited to get in there.
And just a little background on how you get selected for that position.
Yeah, how do you?
Number one, you have to do extremely well on his ASVAB.
Yeah.
And then there's an application process. So tell us about it.
I mean, I had to do really well on my ASVAB in certain areas. So I took the engineering program at West Washington for 3 years, and this year I'm actually a cadet, so I'm teaching, and that was been great. And that's kind of given me a lot of mechanical knowledge and stuff to pass well on my ASVAB in those areas. So mechanical comprehension, electrical comprehension, those types of things. And it's mostly just a thing of I was there at the time with the right scores, and we we went through a lot of higher ups, just climbing the ladder to eventually they offered me the position, and it's one of those things like wasn't really sure at the time because it wasn't really what I came there for. But I mean, I'm not really looked back about it. I mean, I'm just ready to like. It's a pretty cool job, so
Yeah,
it's great,
definitely.
great option.
Yeah. So is that so? Like, do you have to like have like so many hours of flying a drone, or how do you do that? How do they?
Well, when I get there, I'll be going and starting the training, so I'll have to be doing a lot of flight reports. I'll be doing ground work and as well as flight things. So I'll be doing takeoffs, landings, and also air training.
And this is all drone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. No, my first drone that I flew went right into my tower. Yeah, so so my engineer was like, stay away from the towers with the drones. Because a lot of times drone actually, though, the wonderful thing about drones and towers, you use them to go instead of having to take the man up the tower or woman, man or woman up the tower to check out bulbs or whatever you have to check out. You can use drones. That's fantastic. This is great, and all the things that they can utilize and use this for.
Yeah, so the drones I'll be flying are actually a little different than most people think in their mind. It's not like the typical quads with just 4 blades. These are actually around the size of an airplane, and I think they haul around 1,300 pounds or so.
Oh,
They're very large, yeah. And
what a bigger deal.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, so they have basically 2 functions.
They
It's
didn't call me.
a lot of surveillance work and also attack missions and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness, this is huge.
Yeah, it's a cool opportunity.
And how many people are brought into that area of expertise nationwide?
It's a very minimal thing. There's only a few platoons and stuff out there that actually run drones like this. And when I was out of Louisville, that's where I did my contract and everything. They had never even seen this job ever come available, and it was a very lucky thing for me. And
I think hard work helped with that.
I
I'm
love
gonna say,
it. Talent.
I think when people say good luck, it takes a lot of hard work to be able to take advantage of an opportunity. I mean, I like the fact that you call it good luck, but the truth is, an opportunity was there, and you set yourself up to take advantage of the opportunity. So,
Exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. So your your future, and where it can go and what you can do. This is, yeah. So what's your like summer? When do you start, and what's your schedule like?
I ship it back on the 13th, so
Oh wow.
I got around a month from leaving, and so after I graduate, I'm gonna have like around 3 weeks to go do whatever, and I'm just gonna try to experience as much as I can. And it'll be time to go.
You're gonna go eat pizza every day.
Oh, as much as I can. Yes.
I called and jokingly asked when I was going to ask them to come. I called and said, "Could you please send Private Woosley down to my office?" And he corrected me when he got down there. So what will you actually be coming in as?
I'm actually going in as an E3, so private first class, because I earned my Eagle Scout back in 2018.
Oh, congrats! Oh, I love
Yeah.
Eagles. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. This is awesome.
So they gave me a little bit of a rank advancement.
Yeah, look at
A
you.
little bit more money to take that.
He did his Eagle Scout project at the school, and dozens of kids every day go out and take advantage of what he did. He made a very nice Gaga pit. I don't know if you've ever played that game with an octagon. It's like an octagon. There's not fighting inside, though. It's not that kind of octagon. And you hit the ball back and forth. It's kind of like dodgeball in a little confined area, and you have to hit the ball instead of picking it up and grabbing it. And I know he played a lot at the church camps here locally,
Yeah.
and also all the kids know about it. And they come out to recess, they take off and run into the Gaga pit. So
I love that.
it was a
That's
great project,
fun. That's really
and to
cool.
see them do it was pretty fun too. But the interesting part is how many kids go running out there to play that each day.
I'm very impressed. So then, what's some of your favorite things as far as that you've enjoyed hearing? Have your career been the host 12 years at West Washington?
I actually moved to West Washington when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
So I was able to go through all my junior high years there and then high school years. But honestly, probably my favorite thing would probably be, actually I'm going to jump ahead and say my favorite teacher. My favorite teacher has to be Dennis Tankersley, because he's had my engineering program. I've done manufacturing, a little bit of construction through him. But he's also been my wrestling coach, which has been one of my favorite things I've ever done. Like, it's a lot of hard work, but I mean, I can honestly say I can thank him a lot for like getting me ready for the military and stuff, because it's a lot of mental and physical preparation.
Discipline.
Yeah, a lot of that, and I don't know. I feel like I can thank him a lot for preparing me for the job I'm going to have.
How many people can say their favorite teacher is also the guy that beat them up in the winter on a wrestling mat?
Every day.
Yeah.
I only think Mr. Tankersley is the wrestling coach to just let off some of that teacher's pressure that builds up. It's like, hey, Julius wasn't very good in class today. I'm going to go out there and throw him around the wrestling mat.
He never holds back.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's wonderful. So some of your favorite memories, or what was one of your favorite things as far as?
As far as wrestling and stuff, I always really enjoy, like, you think like getting up at 4 in the morning or something to be over at the school is like crazy, but honestly, it's so much more fun when you're there, because it just gets wild. Like on the bus right there, everyone's like super tired, but then you hit the gym and everyone's just ready to go. And then on the way back, everybody is just freaking out. They're like, oh, "Did you believe that? Did you believe that happened?" And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's an atmosphere there. It's just something I've always enjoyed.
Was there a certain match that you remember that just really was like your favorite one?
Favorite match, probably winning conference, because I won conference 2 years in a row. Those are always kind of like my biggest matches, because it just feels great to go out there and win. But probably 2 years ago, that conference was probably my favorite one, just because we had a lot of things going on that day, and it was quite a challenge to get out there and actually try to win it, because we had to get nearly every point to be flag champions as a team.
Sure.
And I don't know, it was a pretty cool win. Won with headlock, which was fun. So, yep.
Well, I was gonna ask you, do you have a special, like, is there a patented Julius move?
Probably if anything, probably a lot of double leg and stuff like that. I'm not really much of a shooter. I'm not movable like that. Nope, I got speed. Power wrestling all the way.
There you go.
There you go. I love that. That's great.
So you guys as seniors, your freshman year was normal, and then the beginning of your second semester of sophomore year would have a lot changed, right? So then now your senior year has been kind of quote unquote normal. So talk about what you guys thought. Did you, seeing the other senior classes that had to go through changing the way the celebrations were, did you think that your senior year would be close to normal, or are you shocked looking back saying, hey, wait, my senior year was pretty cool?
I think it's kind of a surprise, honestly, just because like everyone else before us, like last 2 years, they've had it really difficult, and then this year's kind of been pretty normal. I mean, we had a little bit of outage because of COVID earlier in the year, but I mean, we're gonna have a normal graduation and stuff, which is pretty cool compared to what everyone else has gone through.
Yeah, the beginning of the year, it was definitely, you were kind of a little bit scared because we had COVID protocol in school and everything. But it evened itself out, and I'm just grateful that we have our actual graduation and have everybody there together for the ceremony.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for the last couple, graduating classes. I really wish that they could have had that opportunity to go through a normal graduation. But, things happen. We can't control that. But I am extremely excited to have everything go back to normal and us to have a normal graduation.
Right. But you guys took a hard hit too, because I mean, you were in high school when this all started, and that was something that some people say that actually, you guys, this graduating class and the one before are the ones that really got hit the hardest, because you missed out on a lot.
They missed out on a lot, and there were challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go from every day, you talk about teachers and the impact they can have. Of course, we always feel like the biggest impact you can have is the teacher right there in your classroom with you.
Yeah.
And that's certainly the case, I believe, and most evidence points to that. But whenever you have this situation where you're in school, you're out of school, you're online, you're in person,
Bob, leave.
you have to become really flexible.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes we'll say kids are more, they can be more flexible than the adults, and I think that's true, but it's still challenging. You think your sophomore year or your junior year, a lot of times academically, junior year has a lot of real meat to it, and you're taking a portion of your stuff online, and you're taking a physics class, or you're taking an advanced math class, or a dual credit English class, and you're doing that online. It's a challenge face to face when someone's making contact with you every day, it's certainly a challenge when you're out of school. And so it takes, I think the biggest challenge that, there's no real technology challenge with kids in this generation. There is some for our adults that we're having to do it, but for them, it's just like the discipline that it takes to know that you're on your own, where no one's there to check up on you constantly and say, get on this. You have to arrive to your Google Meet, or you have to make sure the assignment is done and complete and turned in and submitted the proper way. And I think those, as hard as it was, will be skills that probably really pay off for some of these kids, because they did take on a pretty big challenge and showed the discipline and the motivation to do it. The biggest challenge I've seen is like we've always had high achievers or students that achieve well, and you can hardly even mess it up. They will go and they'll progress no matter what. And then we've always prided ourselves in our school to make sure there wasn't a big gap between the students that are achieving and very motivated and the others. We want to keep them right there pacing together. And what happened when you find yourself away from them, the gap grows. And so here we are again trying to close that gap. But this class of students, the class of 2022, they've been through it, but they have definitely shown what they're capable of. And I think it's only going to pay off for them in their future because they've shown discipline, they've shown flexibility. They've been through a lot of things that most people, well, really, we're all experiencing together for the first time.
Yeah.
And they excelled.
Yeah.
They didn't back down.
So I'm going to put all three of you on the spot again, okay? So that's what us old folks get to do. Right? So think about yourself as a freshman and where you thought you would end up as a senior, okay? Tell me something that surprises you that you accomplished. Not surprised in I didn't think I could do that, but surprises you like, as a freshman, I didn't think that's the trajectory I would go. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's start with
I think mine is going to Georgia. As a freshman, I always thought I was going to go to college, and I just never really thought that it would be 10 hours away from home. I thought it would be close where I could see my family like all the time, but definitely going to Georgia, it's a big move, and I think younger me would be very surprised.
It takes courage.
No, it does. They're all three
have shown a lot of courage already in their lives.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, it doesn't move that far away, and so you'll have to make some new friends and exciting. That's sure.
For sure. But I am bringing my dog with me down there, so I won't be completely alone.
Oh, there you go. That makes me feel better. As a mom, I like that.
Yeah.
And what kind of dog is this?
It's a wiener dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Aww. Everybody's gonna love him or her.
Her.
You're gonna love her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
It's a good friend-making tool, also.
Oh yeah,
you walk around campus with your dog.
Oh, everybody's gonna go crazy over her.
Coming up to you like a baby and a dog.
That's exactly right.
Conversation started.
Yeah. Well, I'm very proud of you, and I just met you actually, but I'm very proud of you. I mean, to step out and do that's wonderful. Yeah. That's big steps. Good for you. All right, Clayton. What about you?
Well, if you would have told me as a freshman that I would be driving a semi or any vehicle that size, I would have told you that you were crazy because I never would have saw myself even thinking about doing going down that career path. But in this last semester, I mean, I don't know, it just clicked, and I was like, that would be really cool. If I get to travel or stay home or whatever, I mean, it's a really great career path. So, I mean, that it really surprises me that I'm even here, but I'm glad I am.
Yeah. It's a big step to never drive a manual transmission and go all the way to a full-size rig with a manual transmission.
And it's, a lot of people think it's the same as driving a normal truck with a, 5-speed, 4-speed, whatever. But, most of your everyday vehicles like that are synchronized transmission. So you just hit the clutch, put it in gear and go. But with a semi, you have to double clutch, and that makes it a lot harder as well.
Wow. Very impressive.
Wow,
Yeah.
we don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. I can.
We
You
don't
know,
even understand.
let me tell you what I have a tendency to do. I burn up the clutch. Okay, that's what. And after I drive for a little while, then I have to go get a new clutch because that heat burns up the clutch a lot. Okay, I have a tendency to do that. So I don't know about the double clutch. No, I don't know that. You're totally. You're over my head on that one completely.
And
Or the
this
double. You
might
call
be-
it the double.
This might be a
was it
good
the double?
time.
Double clutch.
Double clutch. Yeah.
After that, I told Clayton I'd only keep him so long, so we might excuse him. So 'cause he's
Okay.
going to do a little practice driving and his practice walk around this morning with Mr. Golden. So we don't want to interfere with that. Today's a big day.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. Very good.
We appreciate you being
yeah.
here.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're sending good vibes your way. You're gonna get in there, you're gonna ace that test, and then we're gonna see you driving all around. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so every time you come by the station, you have to honk. Okay.
I will.
Yeah, and when you drive by a bus and the kids are doing this,
Oh,
Yeah,
trust me.
you got to blow the horn.
blow the horn.
Wow.
It means the world.
While driving around campus, we'll go past the playground quite often, and there's always little kids out there giving you the tug and everything. So you just gotta reach over and hit that air horn for them, and they'll go. Even the teachers will do it.
It means so
That's
much
awesome.
to us.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and if you leave before we're going to get to Julius here, but please, when you're on the road or whatever, call in. Let's do like
Alrighty.
call-ins. Check in with us and let us know what your future and what all you might be on to
You
another
have a
state.
road condition spot on the radio.
There we go. I love
I'm
that.
calling from Highway 56. There's a
Yeah.
the
This
car
is
going
great.
off the road, holding
Yeah.
the traffic.
Yeah.
And then you could be over the head with your drone, giving us the weather reports too and the traffic reports. And you could be drawing my graphic design here and helping me out. My goodness, you guys are just, this is awesome. Well, this is pretty cool. All right, Julia. So, yeah, you're next on it.
But you got- yeah. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
I think
Thank you.
your superintendent's worried. He's making sure we don't want you to miss your.
I don't want to
Your
manage
deadline,
our team.
yeah.
He wants to go
Thank
practice
you.
a little
Thanks,
bit.
Clayton.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You'll have a good day.
You too. Julius, you're on. The next question. Bradley asked.
As a
As
freshman,
a freshman, yeah.
Bradley's like, what did I ask?
As a freshman, I pretty well always knew I was going to go in the military. Like, I'm a multi-generational military family.
Well, thank you for your service and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody is military in my family. That's how we are. And I really never expected to be going in a drone pilot position or anything like that. I mean, it's a pretty outlandish idea, like from your mind and everything, you think you could be doing something like that. And just like, to be thinking, like, I'm going to be the one actually flying. That's wild. Because I always thought I was going to be doing like a mechanical job or something like that, just fixing things. But to be actually on the spot, it's pretty cool.
what is the value of one of those drones?
I think it's like around 300 million. Maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just a little bit of
Yeah, no pressure
responsibility.
there. No pressure there. Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't think my car insurance will cover that one, but they should have some, so we should be okay.
That's pretty awesome, though. No, it sounds like it's going to be a big adventure, and of course, do you have to will you go in like many hours before you actually get the drone itself, or?
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of simulator hours, so they have like big simulators and stuff. And then after finish that, then we'll just start local training and stuff, because it's out in the middle of Arizona, well, not the middle, the very bottom of Arizona, right by the border,
Oh
is
wow!
where I'll be training for piloting and everything like that. So I mean, that's where we do a lot of different types of situations and things like that to get prepared.
Well, I'm very proud of you too, because you're going to be relocating. That's a big step.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you taking
very
your
fun.
dog?
No, I can't take anything.
Okay.
I think they just show up in their clothes on their back.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then you don't get to see those for a while.
Yeah, that's the one thing. My job is a very long training, so it's around 6 months for the job specifically,
Sure.
which ended up giving me a longer contract. So I have a 6-year initial,
Oh.
but I plan to just stay in most likely, make a career out of it. Because I do want to actually go to college while I'm in, and then come back as an officer. Because I don't want to just sit as an enlisted man the whole time, and then just stay in there, make a career of it. And, reaching to go anywhere else. I don't really have any other plans. So.
Sounds like a great game plan. Sounds like you got a wonderful future. So, what are some of the classes that you want to take when you go to college there?
I plan to probably just get my electrical engineering degree, but I also want to take a lot of music classes and stuff because I love music overall, and that's something I've always wanted
Are you
to
a
do.
singer?
Yes.
Oh, love that.
A lot of times you'll see him with a guitar on his back.
Oh, you
Yeah.
play guitar?
That's my main thing. I play guitar. I sing a little bit. But
Oh,
that's
you get to
much
take
as
your guitar then?
I will hopefully when I get to like my training for my job, but not during basic. I won't be able to have it. That's a bummer. I have a nice
Yeah.
guitar, and I would
Oh,
like
do
to-
you?
Yeah.
Wow, well that's awesome. So yeah, that's a little. We didn't let that little jewel out that you're a singer, and I love that.
We got a lot of kids with a lot of hidden talents. So, there's always that thing that's out front where it's graphic design or the skill and the
Yeah.
mechanical areas. But we got a lot of kids floating around the school that have a lot of hidden talents.
It sounds like you write music too.
I do a little bit. I don't know.
Well, that's
It's
pretty.
fun.
What musician inspired you?
Oh, Jim Croce.
Oh, nice.
Easy choice
That's a
there.
throwback.
Yeah.
Wow.
I,
It's impressive the fact that
I
he
know.
knows who Jim
I
Croce is
know.
and is an inspiration.
Yeah.
Is that just amazing?
Yeah.
Jim Croce is in my Sunday vinyl rotation. It's like my Sunday ritual. It's get up, cup of coffee, listen to side A and a B of an album, and Jim Croce is in my rotation. It goes on probably about every fifth or sixth Sunday.
I pretty strictly listen to folk music, bluegrass, and Christian. That's like the only things I listen to now. I
I
listen
love.
to other music every now and then, but
I love that.
I love bluegrass.
Oh yeah, bluegrass.
That is
great.
so. You are so
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a
That
weird-
is so
weird
cool.
genre.
That's
I
why.
don't know who taught you. Somebody did a good job. Whoever's listening and heard this and actually introduced you to this, somebody did good. Please, you're getting a pat on the back right now from the airways to me. Whoever introduced you to this.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
it is graduation as much of a culminating event for the kids as it is. It's also one for parents. And our kids come from very supportive families. They support the kids, they support the school. And I think that's also what makes West Washington a pretty special place is that the parents are trusting us to help guide their kids in the right direction. But there's that support feature from their parents that are constantly pushing them, encouraging them, maybe showing them a love for music that most kids in this generation may not have. But
I love it.
That's great.
I know.
Absolutely.
I
you
know.
can't have enough people having an impact on your life.
agree.
The more the merrier in that instance because I did a bunch of poverty studies in my master's degree work, and it said to be successful, you really need to have 5 people that have had a major influence on your life. And a lot of times, you're talking about a set of parents. And so if you look at kids that come from poverty or certain backgrounds, sometimes they're already down one if they're only in a single parent household and they don't have the engagement of both parents. Or, then you have school people, you might have coaches, you might have grandparents. So, once you get past that 5, it's like exponentially increases your opportunities and your chance to go on and do something great. And so, I feel like the combination of the supportive families and the teachers that we have at school, we do a lot of surveying of our students. And one of the things that most of them will say is that the teachers really attempt to form a relationship with us that goes beyond just, I'm delivering you knowledge. Here's the information. You take it in and then give it back to me and I'll grade it and evaluate you on it. They actually take an interest in them and they say, this knowledge is important, but it's also important for us to know where you're at and meet you where you're at and support you academically and socially and emotionally and just engage with the students because then that gives them some ownership and feels like they are a part of something. And I just, as proud as I am of these kids, I'm very proud, but I'm just also proud to be a part of something special at a school that really works hard to do the best they can for their students.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Well, that's pretty awesome, and I appreciate you guys sharing. And she and Mary Jane, when she come in with the Journey shirt on, I'm already. You guys are really pretty awesome to hang out with, and I can't wait to see what your future. And please do call in when you guys are home. For a little bit. I know family's going to be wanting all of your attention, but if you could give me 10 or 15 minutes on the radio, I'd love to find out what all's happening and what you guys got going on. Check in with us.
Yeah, like a school alumni.
Yeah,
catch up
follow
together.
up. Yeah. And if you're flying over, make sure you watch my towers, okay?
You don't even fly from Arizona to here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Distance is around like 500 miles out. Just like flight distance.
Probably not. Well, if you bring it home, if they let you bring it home.
Oh, yeah.
You go home and do
Home
some
with a
homework.
$300 million.
Yeah.
Just put it in my
Drone that's
carry-on.
the
Yeah.
biggest
Yeah, you're carrying.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? Well, you guys are pretty awesome. I want to thank you guys for coming in. Keep Nance. Keep up the great work. Okay, real quick, let's go over graduation. When is it? And
Yeah, I do have a few things to share. Pre-K graduation with our partners at the YMCA. That's Thursday night, this Thursday at 5 p.m. And we're going to do all of our graduations this year in the T. Kermit Tower gym. So even the little kids are going to be in the big gym graduating on the big stage. And so we got that all set up, and they're going to graduate tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Kindergarten graduation is going to be this Friday at 1:30 p.m. And then this Saturday, we're bringing back the Spring Carnival. So we'll have our Spring Carnival on Saturday from noon to 3. It's a little bit abbreviated. We couldn't match it up with like another activity to do like the fireworks and everything. So it's going to be more during the day. We have Perry Central coming to play baseball and softball, so we kind of paired it up with that event. And there'll be all kinds of things there, bounce houses for the kids, grill food, lemon shake-ups, cotton candy, all the things you expect from a carnival, ice cream. So that'll be a good time. And then the 6th graders, they'll have their graduation on Monday at 1:30 p.m. And then at the very end, next Friday, the 20th, the high school graduation at 7:30 in the Sunken Gym. Excited to again have like a normal graduation and not have to tell people that they have to cut down to a certain number of attendees. That's always difficult. And so we'll be wide open, and we'll have a graduation to celebrate this class. And it has been a really, really busy last couple of months, but it's also been a very fun couple of months. Sometimes when you're busy, it can be a little taxing, but you also look back on it really fondly because we've had prom, we've had a huge trade fair that we had last week. We had a bunch of partners in to help us match up some of our students with some partners, trade partners in the community. And then did the unified track meet yesterday over at Paoli for our Special Olympics. I know it was a great day. The big teacher appreciation. PPA just got done with their nationals. Our American Sign Language classes have produced some amazing end of the year videos that we've published out there, and I'm always impressed with the things that they're able to accomplish, and just the skill to translate is just amazing for some of those kids when you leave. The construction heavy equipment class doing the big concrete project, and now they're working on a walking trail that we're going to have out of school. So they've been cutting that, and then Temple and Temple's partnered with us. They're going to come out and pave it, and Hoosier Uplands applied for the grant there in order to have the funds to do it. So a big partnership to get that done, and something great for the community. And then just scholarship-wise, this class has done a great job. We had 4 recipients of the Charles Ada Williams Scholarship through the Washington Community Foundation. That's a big scholarship that'll continue for all 4 years of their college. And then the certifications, we're going to have 6 kids get their CNA, their license at the conclusion of the year. And then as soon as school's out, we're breaking ground on our courtyard project to redo our elementary courtyard to make it a safe space for them. So it'll have like some of the nice parks that you've seen in larger cities or communities. It'll have a nice grass play surface on it with mounds and tunnels and slides and some shades for them. So we're just going to make that area a much more useful place and a safe place for our kids to enjoy some outside time.
Love that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
A lot of great things going
Absolutely.
on, for sure. Well, Mary Jane, thank you so much, and can't wait to see. I'm very proud of you. Your future is bright. Awesome. And Julius, I'm very proud of you, too. How awesome. Yeah, and your first album, I want to, I want a copy of it.
Absolutely.
All right.
We want it on vinyl.
That's right.
That'll never happen.
Never, never. You never know.
That's right.
You never know what avenues. Your future is bright, you guys, and I can't wait to see what all happens. So keep Nance, keep up the great work, Superintendent at West Washington School Corporation, and a big part of our community. Thank you for all you do too, Keith.
Thank you.
Bringing in these cool cats.
Yeah. And, I say it every time, but it is great to have media in our own community, because sometimes getting people to spotlight what's going on out here in Washington County, you're not going to get a ton of that in the Louisville market. And so it's really just nice to have you guys here at WSLM, and then also the Salem leader helps cover some of our stuff. So, just having those partners to highlight what's happening and kind of tell our story. Because a lot of times we'll assume what's going on at school, but there's a lot happening. And so without having the venues to tell what's going on and tell our story, it only the people there would know what's happening. So I appreciate it very much.
Awesome. Thank you for that. All right, let's take our sponsors.
All right, we've got Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Celebrity Home Loans LLC, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Curly Wealth Management.
Everyone, have a wonderful Wednesday.
It's 6 minutes past the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show, on location, the Celebrity Pro-Am Greystone Country Club in Sweet Home, Alabama. And what a beautiful day Alabama has provided today. If you want to see Bubba's group, they'll be teeing off 8:50 local time. And he'll be with Steve Stricker. He will be with Jake Peavy. He will be with Riley Green. And you can watch his group after he tees off at 8:50 local time. And Bubba, we have to get to, because I know we may be running out of time. And this is your last segment with me here, and you cannot leave till we talk to Dale Murphy. I mean, that can't happen.
Yeah, I'm running late, but I couldn't leave with the legend coming in here. Dale Murphy. Dale, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Well,
I feel like I know you already.
I mean,
I've watched you on TV. I'm telling how many albums late night CBS Atlanta Braves
Oh,
baseball.
my goodness.
And we're such a fan, man. You did such a great job.
Thank you so much. I was, like I was telling you guys a couple of minutes ago, I got in there yesterday afternoon, stopped at a couple stores, got a few things, and went to reception last night, and this morning I feel like I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is, Birmingham, and, we used to come through here on our caravan, our publicity caravan in the day.
Oh, you remember that?
And we know this is Braves country, and it's great to be here. So thankful to be invited to play. And I got a heck of a foursome, fivesome with Charles and John Daly, Bo Jackson, Taylor Hicks. Is that five of us?
You got quite a crew there, by the way.
Yeah,
Now,
it's gonna be fun.
If you think about those guys, and we love them, but you being with them, do you see the irony in this as much as I do? They probably wouldn't invite you to the party last night.
You're the only one who got a good night's sleep.
Yeah. I once had a teammate of mine said, "Merv, you don't even know what it's like to feel good. You're never hungover." And so I was like, "No, I've been in a few things with Charles and love the guy.
Oh, there he is.
There he is, right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got here.
Yeah, we were running the numbers on that. That's incredible.
Yeah. I was doing basketball late
I saw him
last night.
doing the intro to the last game. It had to be 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
and I
I
was passed out.
I know.
So did you ever? I've always wanted to ask you this because of Babe Ruth. Obviously, did the number 3 that have anything to do with Babe Ruth, or you just ended up with 3?
No, I at first had 52.
Oh, really?
And when I made the team for good, hey Charles, when I made the team for good, they go, "You can't wear 52. How about 3?" I'll take.
No pressure with wearing 3 in baseball.
Yeah. So I probably didn't even know Babe Ruth wore
That's
number
right.
3.
That's right.
Yeah.
See,
But I do have an announcement. This is a good place to make it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm available for a name, image, likeness. It's just,
And let me tell you what
I've
you
heard
need.
there's something going on around
You need an announcer deal, man. Have you seen those?
Well,
Wow.
seriously.
We know what these announcers
Oh, yeah,
You're on. Well, before we go any further,
How'd you get here this early? That's what I want.
Yeah, you were.
I had private jail. And before we go any further, I have to tell Dale, Ernie Johnson says hello.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I
I
told him we were playing together. Say, yeah. Oh, you gotta make sure. So Dale, Ernie Johnson says hello.
Thank you so much.